Welcome back to part 5 of my Pokemon Scarlet gameplay. Last episode, we made our way through Poco Path once more as well as La Paltos. I think we just went around trying to see if there are any new areas yet to be explored as well as new Pokemons to catch. Today, I finally decided on the route that we have to actually go from Mesagoza city. If you might remember in the last episode, they did mention that we can either go through the west exit or the east exit. Since this is an open RPG game, you can definitely go through any route that you really like. I decided that I did want to check out the Titan Pokemon first, so I decided to go ahead and go through the east exit. So let me make my way over there. Now, the one good thing in this game that I found is that you do have a flying taxi that you can actually fly to the nearest Pokemon Center. And since Mesagoza City does have a Pokemon Center right next to the east exit gate, we can actually fly over here. Other than that, I did train up my team members. As you can see, my Sprigatito actually evolved in between. And here is a small cutscene of it actually evolving. I was training up my Cadet right here. And as you can see, Sprigatito leveled up to level 16 and it actually started evolving. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't recording at that time, so I wasn't able to capture the whole thing. But whatever you're seeing just now, it was just recorded through my Switch, so that's all I had on Sprigatito evolving. Anyway, it actually looks pretty cool and I really like it. It's also called Floragato from now. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correct, but that is how I'm actually calling it for now. So I've just gone ahead and brought it out. It looks amazing, kind of reminds me of a ninja, like how we had for Froakie's evolution. So it looks pretty cool. I believe that this is gonna be a part dark type as well. Just seeing its coloring scheme, so it might evolve into a grass and dark type, which is pretty cool. Now the Pokemons you see here in box 2 are all the Pokemons that I was able to find when I was running around in Poco Path as well as Las Paltos. We do have a couple of trainers in Las Paltos as well, so you can go ahead and battle them. For some reason, I did not find these Pokemons the first time I went around. That's because it was actually in the other side of the Las Paltos village. So you do have a small area over there and about 2 trainers that you can actually battle. Also, the Panyard and Silicobra are not from this route. Those 2 were from my Terra battles. So other than them, the other Pokemons you can actually find. So if you are interested in adding them to your team, you can just find them around the Las Paltos. As well as the Poco Path and the ruins that we found in the last episode. Anyway, let me quickly go ahead and buy some Pokeballs because apparently no matter how much I try, I keep running out of them. That might be because I am trying to complete the Pokédex, but definitely from now on, I think Pokeballs are not going to be that helpful for us. We are going to be finding some Pokemons which are going to be around the same level as my team members are going to be. So definitely I would require more Pokeballs to catch them. Alright, here is the East Gate and Arvin has actually called us. It's me, Arvin. I was worried about whether or not you had managed to set out yet. You did end up deciding to set out east, right? After leaving the school? Yes, so. You're not that far from the area where the Stone Cliff Titan is said to have making its lair. Stories say it clings onto the cliff, practically becomes a path to the stone, then attacks from above. Though, maybe don't be staring up overhead all the time looking for a Titan, only to go tumbling off some cliff you didn't see. Yeah, that is pretty dangerous. If that ever does happen, you can open up your map app and call up your flying taxi to pick you up. Some of those rocky areas are like a real maze, so try not to get lost, little buddy. And if you find a Titan, let me know. Alright, there we go, that is our quest. But I doubt I'll be finding that Titan Pokemon anytime soon. As far as I've checked the map, this area is actually pretty huge. So we definitely have a lot to explore. And if you know me, I really like to explore a lot, and now that I'm actually trying to complete my Pokédex, Definitely I'll be looking around all of these areas. So I'm really excited about this. Let's go ahead and check out how this path is gonna be. Of course, just like he mentioned, it's gonna be a pretty rocky cliff path. Unlike the path that you'll see in the west side, which is probably gonna be more grassier. Here we have a trainer who's actually set up his picnic camp, and if you talk to him the first time, he'll give you a couple of ingredients to go ahead and make a picnic yourself. Otherwise, you can definitely come back to him to heal up your team members. Now I do have to warn you guys, the Pokemons around this area are pretty strong. Personally, I didn't know that myself, but apparently they're pretty strong. And as you can see, here is a new Pokemon that I did actually encounter. So I thought it was gonna be pretty fine, but it is actually at level 10. So this is fine. Just go a bit further in this route and you'll be able to find Pokemons around level 20. So definitely it was quite shocking to me, and I would recommend you guys to go ahead and have a lot of healing items, or at least a team member that can actually tackle those Pokemons in case you have to actually catch them. Here is a new Pokemon called Nacli, which I think is gonna be a rock type. Pretty cool. As far as I know, I don't think this will be a dual type Pokemon. It's gonna be only a rock type Pokemon, but since it's a newer Pokemon that is actually introduced in this game, I'll go ahead and add it to my team. As far as I see, my team consists of 4 team members for now, ignoring this Nuzleaf right here. But I haven't really decided which Pokemon that I want to keep permanently. For now, I think the Wooper is pretty good. I mean, it has been struggling a bit till now, but I still want to kind of use it because it does have a bit different evolution in this game, and I do want to show you guys that evolution. Other than that, I'll go ahead and speed up this part of the game. I'm just running around trying to catch newer Pokemon, so I think it's easier for you guys to go ahead and check out all the Pokemons if I do speed up, just because we have a lot of area to cover today. Anyway, there are quite a few routes we can actually take. I'm pretty sure that there are quite a few dead ends as well. What I have decided is that I'll go ahead and go through the correct path for now, and then come back to explore these dead ends as well, so that we have covered everything and have caught all the Pokemons that are around here. Alright, it's pretty cool that we found another Rookidee. I'm pretty glad that they had this Pokemon in this game. Now you might see a ladder right here which does go down to that lower area, and it's kind of like a maze over there as far as I've seen through the map. But for now, I think I'll ignore it because we do have this main path right here. So anything that you see this light yellow color going on is actually the main path. If you do follow it, you will be easily able to find the Titan Pokemon, I'm pretty sure. But I think it's pretty fun to go around and check out different areas, as well as try to see if there are any good Pokemon that we can add to our team. Other than that, it seems like we did catch Ace Point, which is pretty cool. Let me pick up this item, and there is a new trainer as well, so I definitely want to go ahead and battle this trainer. The one thing I did see in this game is that the trainers in the routes are gonna be not that strong as much as the Pokemon in the routes are gonna be. So if you're trying to level up your team members in this game, I would definitely recommend going around and using your Let's Go command to defeat a Pokemon. That way you don't really have to go through each battle, and your Pokemon will be easily able to level up as well. Alright, this trainer actually has a Arrokuda, which is pretty cool, and it's raining, so I'm hoping it doesn't use a water type move, which is gonna be powerful. Alright, I am still trying to use my Wooper, but as you can see, it is doing a bit more damage in this episode. I guess it's mostly because of the fact that we did level it up. As usual, Wooper will be evolving at level 20, so we are pretty close to it evolving. So I am actually very excited to see what it might evolve into. Anyway, Seems like we have defeated this trainer over here as well. There's also a perk for defeating all the trainers in a route. So definitely try and do that. You will get some special items from the academy if you do that. Other than that, let's explore the route a bit more. It seems like we do have a Makuhita right here, so I did decide to go ahead and catch this one. As far as the game goes, I haven't really seen any really good guides other than the therapy.net. But when I did try to check it out, it was a bit confusing for me, so I decided to not go through it. I guess for now I will just look around the game and let you guys know which Pokemon I found where. That way you guys will know which Pokemon you will be able to find in a certain area, as well as the way to actually find it. Other than that, let me look around. Seems like we do have all of these familiar Pokemons around here, which are, I guess, gonna be around this whole area as well. So I don't really have to worry about them. Ooh, okay. Seems like there is a small distance back here, and you are able to actually find a Carcadet right here as well, which is pretty cool. If you haven't got one through Terra Raid battle like I did, definitely you can actually go ahead and get it over here. You do have these Go-Goats as well. I did get a Go-Goat myself again in a Terra Raid battle, so I'm not going to be catching it. But we do have this Litleo right here as well, which is pretty cool. I'll just go ahead and catch it. Over here I didn't want my Wooper to die, so I did decide to switch. Here is another new Pokemon that I caught in the last episode, which is actually called a Wattle. It's actually a part electric and flying type, which I found was pretty cool. I think I might actually use this one in my team. It does seem to have some really good moves as well for now, so definitely quite helpful over here. But you might have seen that this Litleo is at level 18, which is much higher and definitely a bit more challenging. So if you're going down to these lower routes or the dead ends, be a bit careful because Pokemon around here will be around level 20. And definitely it is an easier way to, I guess, level up your team members as well. But it is better to be a bit careful. Alright, it seems like we have another Makuhita. Sadly, the last one I did try to catch actually accidentally died. So I am going to try this one once more. So let me encounter it and see if we can catch this one over here. And of course this one is level 17, unlike the last one which was around level 10. At first I actually saw these Pokemons being around level 20 and I just thought maybe I am under leveled. But after battling a couple of trainers in this route, I did find out that trainers are also having the same level of Pokemons around the ones I have. So definitely it's just the Pokemons in this region. So be a bit careful about that. Anyway, sadly I was not able to catch the last one either. So this is the third one I'm trying and luckily I was able to actually catch it, which is pretty good. Alright, it seems like Wooper is learning Slam, which is a really good move. So I did teach it. I think I can actually remove Tackle as well. And now that we have got Makuhita in our team, I think it's time for me to look around a bit more. I'm pretty sure there are a couple of other Pokemons that are yet to be caught. Just like the Stanler right here. Stanler is a bit tougher to catch and definitely it does have some really good moves. As you can see, I am struggling to catch these Pokemons. It is literally taking down all of my team members and I'm barely managing to catch it, so definitely a bit annoying. But I think it's mostly because of the fact that it is at a higher level than my Pokemons. Sadly, my Floragato was not able to wake up in time and it actually went down. I could have used a Awakening, but the damage I was taking was too much, so I just decided to let it go. The next Pokemon I did bring was Charcadet right here because it's the only fully healed Pokemon I had and I'm really hoping to catch this Stanler. Sadly, Charcadet over here doesn't really have a really good moveset. As you saw, it does have only Ember, which is really not a good move. So I'm hoping it will learn a good move anytime soon. evolving this Pokemon is also pretty trickier. As far as I've seen, you do have to have a armor of sorts to actually evolve it, and you'll be only able to get that from a person in a certain city. So pretty mysterious and pretty weird way to actually evolve it, but definitely it is pretty interesting as well for me. Of course, it will be evolving into a Armarouge here in Scarlet, which is pretty cool. If you're playing Pokemon Violet, it will be evolving into a Cerulege. So pretty similar, just you do need to have the item in order to actually evolve it. Alright, at least the standard is burnt, so I did decide to try and use a Pokeball, but sadly it is of no help. I guess at this point the only thing I can do is bring out my Shinx and Hooper and hope that I will be able to take this one down. Alright, not bad. It is at a pretty good health, so I did decide to catch it once more. And of course, the standard is giving me so much trouble. I think the only thing I was really glad about was it was actually burnt and the damage it was dealing to us was actually half. Pretty good. Alright, I guess a few more turns and we should be able to catch it. And finally we were able to catch it. Alright, so let me actually try and go back because this is really bad. I do need to heal up my team members, and I guess I'll come back over here to try and see if there are any new Pokemon that we can actually catch. Now the reason I came down here and not went through the actual route is because this is actually quite a small area and I think we can actually explore it pretty easily. After healing up my team members, I just looked up and look at this. It looks so beautiful. Apparently there are stars going through the sky, which is pretty cool. Now I did check out my map and found out that there is a Pokemon Center that is quite close. So without going back to the place where I was before, I just decided to go through this route and battle all the trainers around here. Then go ahead and just heal up my team members back in the Pokemon Center, come back and explore. So I think that would probably make more sense. Alright, here we have our next trainer for this route and he has a Starly. Pretty cool. Of course, I did have a Charcadet over here in the front. I'm not sure how to pronounce its name though. I have been pronouncing it as Charcadet. I guess Charcadet is also another way to say it. But let me know if I was wrong. I mean, I'm pretty sure that different people say it different way. So that's how I just decided to call it. Either way, it was pretty easy for us to take down the Starly since it was at a pretty low level. Again, the trainers in these routes are pretty disappointing. They are gonna be quite lower in level and the Pokemons around here will be higher. Ooh, okay. There are quite a few sparkling stuff around. I'm pretty sure they are from the Terrorate dens. So that is pretty interesting. I definitely want to look around. Now down below there is a Terra Pokemon or a terrestrialized Pokemon, which is pretty cool. As you can see, it's not in a den, but it is definitely terrestrialized, which is pretty amazing. I definitely want to go ahead and interact with it. I'm pretty sure it's the same Pokemon that you'll probably find in the trailer as well. That would be pretty cool over here. Other than that, let me look around. It seems like the encounters in this game definitely tend to spawn the Pokemons just around you, so it's a bit difficult sometimes to actually navigate when you're on top of Koraidon right here. But we do have plenty of items to pick up, which is pretty fine. And here it is. It's actually running around. Let me actually quickly save my game just in case I am not able to catch it. But of course, let me encounter it. This is pretty exciting and I think we'll find many Pokemons like this in our whole journey where we can actually go ahead and catch it as well. And it's actually the same Jigglypuff that we see in the trailer. So it is having the water Terra type, which is pretty cool. But of course, I will just try and catch it as well. Now, in order to catch these Pokemons, you do have to bring its health down. The reason why I say it is you do have to break its transformation right here in order to actually catch it. So definitely it is gonna be a bit trickier. I did decide to go ahead and switch to Watril, which should be able to actually help us take it down. It is a part electric type, of course. Alright, let me try using Spark, and thankfully this Jigglypuff is actually level 14, so we are able to actually take its health down in one hit. Now that the health is low, it does break its transformation, and we are finally now able to catch it with a Pokeball. Alright, let's see if we do catch it right here. And ooh, never mind, not this turn I guess. Let me try it once more after this. And as you can see, I'm again running out of Pokeballs so soon. So definitely if you are trying to complete the Pokédex like me, go ahead and buy as many Pokeballs as you can. It is never gonna be enough. Alright, there we go. We have got it. And it seems like one of my Pokemon is actually trying to learn Rock Slide. I just went ahead and stopped it. I think it's actually Knackly. Either way, we do have this Jigglypuff right here. And of course, it's the first one we actually caught, so we did record it in our Pokédex. Well, back to speed up and exploration we go. It seems like we did have this small path here which does connect back to the main route. That is pretty cool. As you can see, that is where we were before. And now that we are back here, let me quickly pick up this item. There are a couple of them down there, which I think I'll go ahead and get in a later stage. We do have that ladder that we saw right at the entrance next to the east gate, which is where I believe we can actually climb down to the down area. Of course, you can just jump with your Koraidon. That will actually work as well, but I still think I would prefer the ladder. Anyway, I just went around here to see if there is anything else that we can catch. And of course, we don't really have anything else. So let me go back and go back to the main route where we should be able to find another trainer. I believe that there are a couple of trainers down in that valley where we are yet to actually explore, and probably after battling them we should be able to complete a bit other requests as well. Alright, here is our next trainer, so let's quickly go ahead and challenge him. Seems like he is actually or she is actually looking like a cowboy, which is very cool. And of course she has a Igglybuff. This is pretty easy for us to actually take down. Igglybuff is definitely not a challenge for us. I have been trying to go ahead and train up my Charcadet over here a bit more, just to have it around the same level as my other Pokemons. And definitely it does seem to work pretty fine for now. Alright, the Igglybuff is done, and I think that is all we had. Yep, that's the only Pokemon this trainer had, so again pretty cool. I have seen some trainers having more than one Pokemon, so definitely some of them are pretty good to actually battle. The only reason why you would probably battle these trainers is because of the Pokemon. They definitely give you a lot after each battle, so it is worth actually battling them. Other than that, it seems like we do have a TM right here, which is Metal Claw. Not bad. And there is nothing else around here, so I think we can actually go back. Other than this, there is a Terrorate Den in the other side, which I think we'll get to actually explore on a later stage. But for now, since we are here, I think we can actually go back and heal our team members in the Pokemon Center. I'm really glad that they actually have a Pokemon Center right here. If not, it would have been so much trouble. Other than this, you might see a businessman right here. He actually tells us that if we do defeat 6 trainers right here in this area province, he'll actually give us a special item. So in the South province, which is right here, I believe there is another trainer around here as well, and a couple of trainers down in the valley which we actually didn't yet explore. So definitely it's gonna be pretty cool. Alright, Arwen seems to have called us once more, and I guess he couldn't find a trace of the Titan Pokemon. Other than that, I think all he is just trying to tell us right here is to try and find around this area and see if we can find it. If we do have to let him know. We haven't yet seen it, so I don't think it is anywhere around the area that we have gone through. Might be in the areas coming up forward, but I won't be going there. For now, I will just explore the starting areas that we have seen and then come back over here to explore the rest. Alright, here are all of my team members and all of them are currently healed. Pretty cool. Let me go back to speeding up and exploring once more and see what we find. Also, before exploring, you might have seen that I have a different outfit right here. The way to find it is just click on the left button in your left controller. You should be able to pop up this outfit menu and you can actually find this uniform over there. This is actually the winter uniform. You also have the spring uniform, summer and rainy season uniform as well. So definitely it is pretty cool. And I actually like the winter uniform, so I'm actually wearing it right here. Alright, other than that, I did find a Covish Squire right here. And this is actually where we actually went down the ladder before. And where we actually caught the, I guess I could probably say, Makuhita, the Litleo and the Stanler. Pretty cool to see it right here. I guess it was kind of like a horde spawn where there are a couple of other Pokemons with the Covish Squire right here. Alright, I'm just trying to get it to low health so I can actually try and catch it. Still, it is a bit tougher to catch these Pokemons because not only are they fully evolved, they're also quite powerful since they are around the same level as my Pokemon. So far, 2 of my Pokemons are down, so I did decide to bring out my Shinx back again. It is at level 14 and it probably will evolve once it's level 15, so I just thought I'll just keep it until it evolves and then move it to the box. Alright, the Covish Squire is at red health and of course it's still not getting caught. Alright, let me try that one again, and this time I did try a nest ball. And of course the minute I use it, I was able to catch it. Alright, not bad. Of course our Shinx over here is gonna learn Spark, which is pretty cool. Other than that, we did get a new data into our Pokédex. And finally, Shinx is evolving. So this is the evolution, I guess, cutscene for this game, and it does look simple and pretty cool as well. Other than that, let's look around and see if there are any other newer Pokemons to actually find. Now we do have 2 ways to go. One is a path downwards and the other one path upwards. I did decide to come back here, the downward path, and apparently the Pokemon is not yet spawned, so I just decided to go up. Alright, no new Pokemon in this platform. I think we have caught all of them. There is a small path right here which I did decide to jump, and an item at the end. Pretty cool. Now over here I did find a bit of a trouble. I was not able to jump up and I slipped down. But I did find some Pokemon down there, so I did decide to go ahead and jump down instead of up. And look at it, there is a Axew right here. Pretty cool. Definitely gonna be trying to catch this Axew. Now there was a Krogunk back in the background as well, so I do have to catch it. It's another new Pokemon that we are yet to catch. Alright, this is pretty good. Let me try using a Pokeball, and we were able to catch the Axew. Alright, being a big fan of Dragon type Pokemon, I definitely want to add this one to my team. I think I'll go ahead and add it after a later stage once I go back to the Pokemon Center. We do have the Psyduck as well as Buzzley. Both of them are caught, so I'm not going to be going back for them. Here is another Pokemon which is Krogunk. So let me try and see if I can actually catch it. I did decide to switch out as I didn't want Wooper to go down once more. Natalie should be able to tackle this Krogunk since it does have a Mud Shot as well. And let's see if it can actually hit, considering it is actually confused. Alright, thankfully it was able to hit, so that was pretty cool. Let me try and catch this Krogunk at this level. And we were luckily able to catch it. Alright, that is pretty cool. 2 new Pokemons added to our Pokédex. So definitely it is worthwhile exploring. There are a couple of Pokemons which may not spawn the first time you come around, and you probably have to run around 2 or 3 times to actually explore. You might have seen there were no Pokemon around this area which I came through, and the reason is mostly because I ran too fast for the Pokemons to actually spawn. So that is what just happened there. Other than that, I think we have explored that part of the route. The only part to explore is the caves that are, I think probably, that are present right next to the eastern gate. So definitely I do have to go back for that. But before that, there was a few nook and crannies which I actually missed before, which I'm actually exploring right now. It's a bit difficult to actually look around. Probably looking at your map will actually help you as well. It has definitely helped me personally. And other than that, it seems like we do have this item right here. Pretty cool. So this is right next to the Pokemon Center, and you might have seen there is a Terrorate den down there. Before I go down there, I definitely want to climb up this path, and it seems like we do have our next trainer. So let me go ahead and battle this trainer right here, and then go ahead to check out the Terrorate den. Alright, it seems like we do have a Pokemaniac in this game. Definitely the design is much cooler in this one than the other versions. And he has a Larvitar, which is pretty cool. I wonder if we can actually find a Larvitar around here. Probably we can. Probably it is very rare and wouldn't really spawn when I'm running around. But if you did find a Larvitar around here, let me know in the comment section. Alright, I did decide to go ahead and switch out to Wooper, who should be able to take down the Larvitar with Mudshot. I think that is a better move to actually take it down. Larvitar is at level 12, so I think we should be able to take it down in 2 hits, but you never know. Alright, that is pretty good. Let's go ahead and use another turn, and this time we were able to take it down. Pretty cool. I am actually excited for a Larvitar. I really like it, and I think Larvitar will be a bit different evolution in this game as well. So it should be pretty cool if we do find one. Alright, now that we have defeated him, I think we can finally continue the exploration. Well, now that we are here, let me jump down, and I'm gonna be trying to check out this Terrorate battle. Apparently it's another one of the Pokemon that we already have. It's actually a Deerling, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be a... Ooh, okay, it's actually a rock type Deerling. The Terra typing is pretty cool for it, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be using this one. Nonetheless, I can definitely go ahead and try to catch it. Of course, I am actually offline, so I am just playing this against random... I guess with random trainers, so it should be still pretty fine. After all, I am using my starter Pokemon, and it should be able to take down the Deerling. Not bad. We are definitely doing a lot of damage and are able to take it down in the 3rd hit. Now that its transformation is broken, we are finally able to go ahead and throw a Pokeball, which again will be super sparkly. I really like this animation. I can't lie, it is super cool, and I definitely enjoy checking it out each time I have a Terrorate battle. We definitely do get a lot of items, so in case you don't want to train up your team members against these Pokemons that are running around, you can definitely go ahead and use the experience candies you'll get by Terra battling, and you can just use it. I think that is an easier way as well. Whoops, didn't mean to fall on top of the Rookity, but now that we are in a battle, let me try and take it down. I actually didn't realize that I could have used the Let's Go command right here in order to train up my team members a bit more, but either way, it is pretty fine. Alright, other than that, I think we have explored this part of the route. So well, I am back at the place where we were near the eastern gate, and this time we are going to be going down and exploring this part of the cave. Okay, that was pretty tricky right there, but once we have jumped up, we do have two paths that we can actually go through. Both of them are pretty fine. Sometimes the camera angle does make it seem like I'm just floating in air, which is pretty funny, but other than that, I think it's pretty cool. For now, we can just climb up some of the rocks around this area, but as you can see, the Pokemons that we encounter here are the same ones that we have seen before, so nothing really new to actually catch. But of course, we do have definitely a lot of items that we can actually get only here. So I am gonna be running around and trying to get them. Alright, here we have our next trainer. We of course have around 6 trainers in this whole section of the area between the Pokemon Center and the picnic guy or the Eastern Gate. So if you are actually exploring, definitely try to go ahead and battle all the 6 of them. And once it's done, you can go back and talk to the businessman who is standing right next to the Pokemon Center and get his gift. I think I am not really sure what we are gonna get because I haven't yet defeated any of these trainers. So once I defeat them, I'll go back and we can see what we get. This guy actually has a Kraballer, which is pretty cool. I think it's part fighting type as well, so I am not sure how I defeated it with Ember, but either way, it is defeated. Let's see if he has another Pokemon. Okay, never mind, he only had one. Now that we have defeated him, I will go ahead and explore a bit more of this smaller maze. Alright, as usual, we have multiple paths we can actually take, which is pretty cool. Now, if you want to check out the Pokemons that you'll be able to find in this area, all you have to do is open the map and it will actually show you the Pokemons available around here. So that is actually pretty cool. Personally, I really like it because it makes it much easier for me to actually look around and catch the Pokemons that I might have actually missed. Alright, let me actually run around this whole place. There are a couple of places where I am yet to explore, especially the ladder that we just passed through. But before I climb up to the next level, I definitely want to look around here to see if there are anything other that we can actually pick up. Seems like there are a couple of items and this water pulse TM that we can actually find around here. Pretty cool. If in case you feel like you have lost your way, all you have to do is just look around. There definitely are indicators on which way you have to go in order to actually climb up to the path itself. As you can see, we do have these ladders right here and a billboard which actually tells you which way to actually go. Pretty cool. Right here there are quite a few cliffs which are not climbable. Pretty sure we can actually climb them at a later stage. We definitely do need our Koraidon for it, but I do feel like that ability is currently locked for us, so we definitely do have to wait a bit more in the game for us to actually access it. Now there is a Hariyama down there which is pretty cool, but I don't think we are supposed to actually battle it for now. We can definitely jump down there to go ahead and get the item right next to it. But other than that, I don't think I want to actually battle that Hariyama. It's pretty huge and definitely not something I want to deal with right now. Alright, here is another item which I missed. As you might have seen, I am actually going through the same areas couple of times just to make sure that I am able to actually pick up all of the items. And I am back at a certain area which I think we have already explored. The only thing left is probably the Hariyama which we have seen before. Other than that, we can definitely jump up these cliffs And of course, if you do jump up, you can't go back to that area, so you do have to come down through this valley. But definitely I'm just going through it a second time to make sure that I did not miss any items. For some reason I was able to find this cliff right here and jump on top of it, but apparently you can't go any further than that. So we are gonna be going and leaving it as it is. Over here I did jump down right next to the Hariyama and then just ran away. Definitely did not want to deal with it. I think it's easier for me to just escape than battle it and probably lose the battle. Alright, it seems like we might have covered all of these regions. So I think it's time for us to go back to the Pokemon Center and talk to the guy to see if we have, battled all the 6 trainers. Well, after talking to him, it seems like we have only battled 5 trainers, which means probably the guy who is standing around here must be the 6th trainer. So let me actually battle this guy and go back and talk to him, see if we have battled all the 6 trainers then. Alright, this guy is a office worker and apparently he's standing here nowhere near a office. Really suspicious. Other than that, he does have a Jigglypuff, so we should be able to try and take it down. Now this Jigglypuff is actually at level 17, which is quite higher than the other Pokemons that the other trainers actually had. So this is actually quite surprising for me. Definitely it's a good thing. I think it's easier for me to actually level up my team members if there are Pokemon that are much higher in level. Anyway, I think it's time for me to actually switch out my Charcadet right here just to make sure it does get the EXP. They decide to go back to Wooper, who has a poison type move and should be able to take down this Jigglypuff in one hit. Alright, it's actually using Ground, which is a pretty powerful move, and let me try using Poison Tail to take it down. Unfortunately, I got a crit hit and my Wooper went down pretty bad. Let me switch in another Pokemon. I think Vatril should be the Pokemon to actually take this one down. If you might know, Vatril will actually evolve at level 25 and I'm pretty close to it as well, so definitely looking out for Vatril to level up as well and evolve. Alright, there we go. The Jigglypuff is finally defeated and we did get quite a lot of EXP. It seems like this trainer also has another Pokemon and this time he actually has a Skidoo. Pretty cool. Again, I do have my flying type Pokemon right here and I did decide to go ahead and use Pluck. Not bad. Okay, it seems like Skidoo actually has a leftover, which is pretty cool. I will try using Pluck again and that takes down the Skidoo. Pretty cool. Let's see if he has any other Pokemon left, and it seems like one of my team members is learning Headbutt. Okay, Knackly is learning Headbutt, which is pretty good. I think I will go ahead and teach it that move. And Leech Seed is never a good move, so either way, DLing is not gonna be a part of my team. I do not care which move it learns. Of course, we were able to defeat this office worker. So now that we have defeated him, let us go back to the Pokemon Center and talk to that guy. See if it is I guess he is the last trainer that we had to defeat for this area. Of course, like I mentioned before, this area is pretty huge and definitely it's gonna take us, I believe, another episode for us to actually reach the next city. But now that we have talked to him, he actually gives us a shell bell. That is pretty cool. I think there is another businessman in the other Pokemon Center, which is right in front of our academy or the Mesagoza city. So I probably will go back over there to talk to him as well to see what we'll get from him as well. But other than that, this is the current team. and these are the new Pokemons that I was able to actually find. Pretty cool, pretty good list of Pokemons that you can actually choose from as well. But for now, I think this is all for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you would like to support me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.